Yoga for healing. Grande, grande, grande. We're going to tap back in with the ethers and see what it is we may need to know right now or for the future. Or maybe a lesson from the past that someone may be going through. Something we need to be aware of. We need to be aware that we are the creator, the visionaries, the intuitive ones, going with the ebb and flow. We see things that are occurring around us and taking note. What else is it that we need to know about visionary, being the weaver? The Queen of Wands falling in reverse with the Nine of Wands. So you may be standing ground against a Queen of Wands energy. What else is it that we need to know? Four of Swords. There's a community standing with you. United. A union. Let's see the direction this goes. It can go a couple of directions. This Queen of Wands in reverse may be trying to stand ground against a group. Someone she was in partnership with. That is looking like the story here. What do we need to know about this Queen of Wands reverse, falling sideways? This is someone that does not want to see the reality of a Queen of Swords calling judgment. On a Lover. They must have went into a flap. You may have called judgment down on a union that's not going to occur. This Queen of Wands energy, male or female, it's someone that's not balanced, that you walked away from. You did not accept their offer. So this Queen of Wands reverse is someone that's having background issues with a group that she's been working with, and also dealing with a Queen of Swords energy, male or female, calling judgment down upon a relationship, a partnership, a union. So it looks like either they're being ran from. Yeah, it looks like they're being ran from by everybody. Everybody's standing guard against this energy, keeping their distance, protecting their energy, their territory. Yeah, Seven of Wands. This is someone that you've been standing your ground against and fighting against for a while. This Queen of Wands and this community that are in a Five of Cups. Feeling the loss now. Coming into reality about this group. A King of Cups in reverse. What about this King of Cups in reverse that we need to know? wanted to have his wish fulfillment by making an illusion to a group, causing a chaos within and without the group. Justice is here for this King of Cups in reverse. What do we... Oh. This is a fallen delusional one. Someone that's sitting in the dark. They don't want their truth to be seen. They want to still be looked at like they're getting their wishes fulfilled. They're still hoping for a union. Psst. High Priestess in reverse. Give me a card on this High Priestess in reverse. Who's trapped, but still trying to make a breakthrough, trying to maintain some balance. They need temperance. The temperance angel is here. Justice is here. The truth is here. There is a breakthrough coming. For this High Priestess in reverse that's trapped, the breakthrough is the clarity about the union, the partnership that they were in to gain wish fulfillment with a group. A group that you've constantly had to stand your ground with. A group that you were supposed to go into union with someone, a lover, but you called judgment down on that. You recognized something that they wanted to keep hidden, not seen. They did not want clarity and truth. They did not want justice. A High Priestess in reverse. Someone that's already self-imprisoned, that's trying to make a breakthrough. Temperance is here. Balance is being as it should be, being weighed out. And a lot of those, like this High Priestess in reverse, this King of Cups in reverse, and this group, along with this Queen of Wands in reverse, they're aware of what's coming because this union did not occur. It was stopped. They're hating on your body image, your exercise routine. Jupiter retrograde. They wanted to cause you problems with making important life decisions and changes for the future that benefits and expands the abundance and prosperity of you and your lineage. This is what their effort was all about, because they're hating on you, your routine. Not about how you work out, not about how you eat, but how you live, period. Not how you put on. And you cut that shit off. Lovers in reverse. Oh, shit. Second card, second time today, this card has fallen out. Unexplained freak accidents. And I've heard other readers saying the same thing. Why? Because they've been dealing with the Creator all alone. This whole time, all alone. They thought they were hating on us, but what they hated on us was that light, the divine energy. They wanted to claim credit over your success and make it theirs. Whatever you're creating, they want it. They want the breath that you breathe. They want your life. This is far bigger than a bank account or a job position or a 3D title. Those that say otherwise are the ones that want to keep you stuck. Those that still act confused on the energy they've been reading for years are the ones that want to keep you stuck. You cannot claim to be someone of intuitive ability, an empath, and then someone at the same time that says, I don't know. This is a time of knowing. What the fuck are you doing? Too busy trying to claim what is not yours. Not building yourself from within. That's a personal problem. Yours, not ours. And fuck you for thinking we shouldn't celebrate in your fucking face. The same faces that wanted to see us defeated, ruined. They wanted to see that, right? We'll keep watching as you feel yourself go down, as we rise, as we have been, to the occasion. Standing guard against these clowns, saying everything they could think of when they hear the truth come from our mouths to give themselves an excuse. They always want to counteract the energy and try to say, oh, you're this, you're that, when it's actually them that are not seeing the truth, living in denial. They did root work. Now they're trying to seek more help because you've been putting up a fight. Lavender Sage again in reverse 2 times. For this card also to fall out in the reverse for some hoe that thinks she can make her surroundings smell better with lavender sage. The same one that has the blocked heart chakra, which they all have in common. Every single last one of them. That is the only way they can exist doing all of this dirty work. But at the same time, they need that same light to live, to do the dirty work. Do you see how confused they are? To think that they are on the right path. Having issues with affection. They don't see their own beauty, and they've ruined what they did have. Everyone can see the ugly on them. Everyone that's had a relationship with them recognize the energy. This Queen of Wands is going to suffer a freak accident, male or female. This King of Cups card hits the floor, falling sideways on the floor, face up. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. This is something they don't want you to know, this King of Cups energy. This is one that you hear about a lot, spying behind the scenes. That's so grotesque to you at this point. They have a dark entity attachment. These attachments on these energies are being used to work against you and these people. They're not people. It's a misnomer. These are entities that they have allowed to enter in, and now they're mad at you because you won't allow it to enter into you. Imagine that. That's the card. That's the cold, hard truth. That is the card. Dark entities. Entities. Some of these things, and I've said it before in a reading in the past, some of these entities have never had a body before. They will promise you anything, being the tricksters that they are. Some of them were in the same position you're in now, where they lost that privilege of having a meat suit to walk the planet in. And now you forfeited yours. And you expect us to feel sorry because you did it on purpose, coming for us? Thinking that we were playing a game because you were? You thought that we were gambling with our souls? They don't want things to be seen. They've been drawing illusions. Trying to pretend like they're not toxic. Trying to pretend and hide their face while they're throwing rocks, causing things to try to set you off that are not working. Things that they want hidden that they've done. All that toxic energy that they wish to hide. Being a phony high priest. Keep a protection pouch, which that's not really even necessary. But you can. And write sigils. I used to do that years ago. Sometimes I still do. Depends how I'm guided to move. But I suggest you make your own with fabric, leather, hide, a satchel that you have that you can cleanse and prepare intentionally as a protection pouch. Definitely include an obsidian if you do. This is the one I used to carry. And I have sigils and sayings, and I have some stones still in it. Sometimes I grab it when I walk out the door. Sometimes I don't. Like I said, it all depends. But see, this is not going to help them. They might have been guided to do that themselves. Because they realize that they are only causing you to lose your appetite indefinitely of this energy that is now trapped. They don't want the clarity. They want new opportunities. Whoa, that one flew right out at me. They need to recharge with your energy. They know that you're recharging right now because we've been guided to relax. Sit back and watch the shit go down. Because all we're doing is hearing about the lessons that they failed to learn. The person hating on you has narcissistic behavior. That's why they think that they can still break through to cause you to lose your golden opportunity by trying to come in to have a union with you so that they can have their wishes fulfilled. And they're working with the high priestess in reverse behind the scene. What about this high priestess reverse? In reverse, in upright, it says, they will play victim once they know they're losing. They can't play victim. It's too much proof, bitch. In reverse also, envious of your career and the money you make. It's not about the finances. It's deeper than that. That's in reverse. So that is there to confirm that it's far deeper. These entities that we see sometimes as human because of the outer. That's why we have intuition, discernment, and other gifts. that allows some of us to be like a walking lie detector. It's like actually being in that movie True Blood that was on HBO back in the day. I loved that sitcom, that series. I loved it. That's the reality I walk in. I see the werewolves. I see the vampire. I've seen them face to face. For some of you, it's just a movie. It's entertainment. But actually, you're just one of those bystanders in the scenes you see that are not aware of what's going on. Overstand, understand, and understand what is occurring around you, in your hood, in your home, in your bed. What's going on in your mind, your heart? What is your soul telling you about what's going on around you? Are you denying yourself the truth by filling that with a excuse? If you find yourself doing that, you're only weighing yourself down in stagnation. When you remove the excuses and it's only a this or it's a that, which this is the time of knowing. I don't know is not an excuse and it won't be accepted. That's on your soul. Law enforcement, that of Universal, Galactic, and 3D. For those that are tempted, there's evidence. Those that have avoiding, and right now, I posted earlier this card because it keeps coming out. It keeps showing itself about those that are weighed down, not looking higher, avoiding the steps for their own success. These 12 portals that are open right now. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. 12 portals open right now, and some cannot enter by choice that they made, that they now regret. I told my children when they were babies, saying I'm sorry does not fix every mistake that you make. You have to be cautious. A lot of people lean on, oh, I can just say that, so it's okay. I'll have that to fall back on. I'll just say I'm sorry. Or I'll just say I didn't understand. In this day and age, you think that's gonna fly? Because you say, oh, I believe in Jesus. If there was no right and wrong, there would not be a heaven and a hell. Not a physical place, but it can be so in your mind, in your acts that you have done, that you create that for your life. And that's what some have done. And now they are in regret. That's a fucking personal problem. Not a divine, feminine, or masculine's problem that have put in the work on themselves, not on others, you silly hoes. Especially whoever thought they was coming for mine. Ooh, my ancestors know how I want to punch your ass in the face. But they also know I'm very kind. That's why there will be an unexplained freak accident. For a twin flame, possibly, that lost their wings because they became obsessed, fired up in their emotions, that they lost control of themselves, trying to obtain control of you. An air sign, possibly, in their chart somewhere. Or they may actually be claimed to say, I'm a Gemini. I am a Libra. I am an Aquarius. It doesn't matter what sign you are at any time, because the energy is always recognized. The masks are falling. There is no veil to be lifted. It is done. We no longer have to worry about being closed off. We don't live in anxiety. We do not give up. There's nothing to say. It's done. And they're unsatisfied because they only gained the bare minimum. The bare minimum of any reciprocation that they could have ever had. Now they're losing interest because we were their entertainment. We were their soul's purpose. Well, they don't have a soul. They needed one. This group in the Four of Swords that was celebrating are now in regret. Blaming each other, being distant, feeling the guilt and the shame. Remembering every little detail that they thought they were going to get away with. Now they're reminiscing, remembering shocking photo memories coming back into their mind's eye of how they celebrated, thinking it was a good time, thinking about you, thinking that you were dwelling in the past, dwelling in fear, dwelling in misery. But they're blocked off. Those secrets that they wanted to hold while they're keeping tabs on you, they weren't realizing that cord goes both ways. The energy exchange, whether verbally or not, the energy is picked up. In our dreams they are, and I've seen every motherfucker's face. A fire sign in the south node, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You're going down, down, down with that fire. A divine masculine he thought he was. Or maybe there's a divine masculine coming in that knows their position as a protector, that would take action oriented, as needed, as guided, being rational, a natural provider. So the reciprocation would be no question. They don't want to see this. They don't want to see this justice occur. They don't like that you see them trying to visit you in your dreams in the past, but they've blocked themselves now. That was something in the past, but those that have not gone through that, beware when you see someone's face that you know in the flesh, and you see their face. For me, for an example, the room will be black, and it will be like a spotlight, and I will see their face in it. One of them, I saw two. I won't say who, but it was a male and a female, one younger, one older. The men saw me see them in my dream, and it looked like he started to have a heart attack or a seizure. His eyes bulged out, and he was falling, tumbling headfirst, going like this, down to the floor, like shuddering or something. Eyes big as golf balls. I saw everyone. We don't accept toxicity. We won't allow them to cause us stagnation or gain any opportunities off of us. That is all blocked spiritually because they did not accept the call. And you won't be a new boo. I don't think they're going to have any new boos. Oh, box just fell. Something got knocked over. And we are in springtime. Looks like something's gotten knocked over. Looks like this work that they put in, this wall that they tried to build so that no one could see what they were doing, has been torn down. The veil is gone. Confirmation. 2 times. This is come out of my mouth in this read. The veil is no longer. And there are no excuses. There are no chances to say, well, he told me, she told me. What are you, children? Springtime, baby. We here. They wanted to hide, be in disguise. What else do we need to know about this group? Admire. They don't see inspiration. There's no emotional bond. And they connect with you telepathically. The love bond, the cord is gone. They broke the terms of the agreement to work anything out. They want you to beg, or maybe they're wanting to beg now because they're in regret, but that won't work. Look at this. They're in grief, sorrow, and shame. Keeping distance, but still avoiding the truth. So what the fuck does I'm sorry mean when you're still avoiding the truth? Can't gain balance, but you want all of your wishes to come true off of the back of someone else. You want to recharge your energy while trying to block the person you're trying to recharge off of. You want to hold them as a battery. Well, that ain't gonna fly. They want to recharge off of you. They want to attach a cord. The spell work didn't work. Around spring, this is the time. Beware of who's coming around because they're reminiscing, looking at your photos, thinking of the good times, dwelling in the past, and want you to sit there with them and reminisce about what one day I'm going to do this. I wish I would have done that. Wish I could have, would have, whatever. Stay where you want to stay. But it won't happen where you're going to prevent another from forward movement, from opportunities, from living their life, from living in their truth, living in their path, their walk, how they're guided. You wanted your wishes to come true. You wanted this opportunity because you needed that to have temperance in your life. A third party, that high priestess. This was a love triangle with all of these energies fighting for each other. Who's the best? Who does the best spell work? Whatever. Who got the best? Whatever. All of them are sneaky snakes. No better than the other. They all work together. They all think alike. They all slither in the low vibration areas, hiding in the corners, gossiping, throwing evil eye, death spells, wanting to cause chaos but not wanting to be seen. Fake people with fake profiles, hiding themselves because they cannot live in their truths, and they are cowards. I love for them to come on my station and say something stupid for entertainment and enlightening purposes. Perfect examples of how you can demonstrate and show with a visual how ignorant they are and how they show themselves. See, that's my receipts. I let them use their own words, their own actions against themselves. All the plots The spying and using social media, that only affects those that are karmic and cares about how many likes, who said what under my picture. We're way past that and you're still there, trying to use those tactics. Now you finally realize it would never work on the true divine ones. And so it is. And so it be. Peace.